We finally got an admission of a genuine UFO, and this doesn't just come from any Tom, Dick or Harry that's seen it and filmed it. This actually comes from Arrow, the department of the Pentagon that investigates UFOs and UAPs and all kinds of strange alien stuff, right? And this comes from the new episode of Reality Check with Ross Coulthart, which is titled JFK UFOs and the Majestic 12 Files, Reality Check with Ross Coulthart. And he goes on to talk about how he sits down with an Australian intelligence official, Jeff Cruikshank, to try and dive into what happened with JFK and what he may have known about UFO reports, Operation Palladium, and declassified Majestic 12 documents, and whether there could be connections to the JFK assassination. Now, obviously, this whole thing is well over an hour long, so I'm not going to dive into the whole thing, but I have found a very, very, very intriguing snippet of it, where basically Jeff goes on to talk about the Atlas 8F missile test show, which UAP materialized beside a dummy RV, pace of 1.5 mins, and phases out. The DoD Arrow says it's a UAP, and its official report is presently in the National Archives for public record. Alright, and this is exactly how that little clip went, and we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to talk about it, because this could be huge.
And when you're referring to those videos, can you actually specifically talk to the video so that our editors know what to include in this video?
Yep. So
annoyingly, the videos aren't actually included in the final edit, which is frustrating, but it is one of those things.
Tensions are building up in Cuba. So there's a Atlas 8F missile test in the Cape Canaveral on the 19th of September 1962. It's a dummy test. There's no live warhead on it. They just want to see how accurate the re-entry vehicle is to the target. Once the re-entry vehicle has separated from the main Atlas missile, it starts its re-entry run. There's pyrotechnics and other things, they call them penetration aids, to fool radar. So if you try to shoot the warhead, you've got multiple targets to choose from. Once the penetration aids burn up, the RV is filmed by a high-flying KC-135 specialised aircraft run by EG&G of all people.
So the RV is a re-entry vehicle.
Yep, it's re-entering the atmosphere. It's travelling at Mach 18, which is 20,000 feet per second.
That's insane paces, by the way. 20,000 feet per second. What's that in miles per hour? Hang on, let me just do some quick maths. 20,000 feet per minute. Per second. In miles per hour. What is that? Oh my god. 20,000 foot per second equals 13,636 miles per hour. So what's this in Mach? Mach speed. Let's have a look. Mach calculator. Okay. So speed of the object in miles per... we want miles per... kilometers per hour. Miles per minute. Feet per second. Right, let's have a look. So 20,000... is 177 Mach. Ho ho ho! That is insane speeds. Like, that's literally like broken the sound barrier like 50,000 times over.
And an object materializes right alongside it and paces this RV for a minute and a half.
When he says that it paces it, he means it's keeping speed with this thing that is moving at this speed, literally like 13,000 miles per hour.
So
how do we know this? What's that source to? Is that an authentic document that sources that claim?
That was it's footage that Arrow has actually deemed a UFO incident, and they've put it in the National Archives. Anyone can see it. And I found
this is the bit I love. Sorry, Jeff, I've just got to savor this for a moment. So this is a real UFO sighting of some kind of anomalous object that appeared next to the testing of a re-entry vehicle off an ICBM, an American ICBM. And this is traveling at 18 times the speed of sound, And what does this object do around this reentry vehicle warhead?
It's quite strange because it seems to phase itself into existence and pulse, and then just travels alongside the re-entry vehicle for a minute and a half, and then slowly starts to phase itself out of existence.
Wow.
So it's clearly intelligently controlled.
Well, yeah. The Americans are scratching their heads now, thinking, is this a Soviet payback for the palladium? Are they doing something to us now? So NASA and the US Air Force are unsure. I found the post-flight test report of that missile test, and they said that the object's origin or identification could not be determined, so they don't know.
The crucial point is, and I just want to re-emphasize this, AARO, the Pentagon's UFO Investigation Office, the official UFO Investigation Office for the Pentagon, the last thing AARO ever wants to do is acknowledge that a UFO is real and potentially anomalous, potentially perhaps NHI. But in this case, they've acknowledged that this is a real UAP.
Right. They've actually acknowledged that this is a genuine UAP. This is huge, right? On multiple layers. Because AARO don't admit that anything is a UAP. They're just like, no, it's a weather balloon. Even though it's like a weather balloon moving at 20,000 miles per hour and it's literally darting in different directions with controlled precision, following something specific, but it's a weather balloon. This is huge.
They haven't been able to explain it prosaically, and they acknowledge officially in one of their reports that this Atlas RV UAP object is real.
That's right. They put that in the category in the National Archives, UFO category. So we couldn't do that today, Ross, with our technology, let alone in 1962, basically.
Wow.
No, well, I mean, there's nothing. We have nothing that can fly at 18 times the speed of sound. And this is in the atmosphere too, isn't it? It's not in orbit.
It's just re-entering the atmosphere, yes.
Yeah.
So
now,
that's September.
Of that is...
That's in September 1962, in the lead up to the Cuban Missile Crisis. So,
wow, man! Like, obviously, the whole conversation goes far deeper than this, but it talks about it here again. So, this 1962 Atlas missile test is re-entering the atmosphere, and it's traveling Mach 18, which is 20,000 feet per second. And an object materializes right alongside the pace as the RV for a minute and a half. AARO acknowledged this as a real UAP. There's nothing more like black and white than this. Literally, it is in writing in the National Archives. Like, how is it now that we're only just discovering this like piece of nugget of information? You know? Like, why has it taken until now for this to become a genuine thing? I don't know. It has absolutely baffled my mind. What do you guys think of it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. Be sure to go over to News Nation. Check out that full interview with Ross Coulthard because it is very, very good. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. Tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.